Thank y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in to AG Speaks. We back with another video. And on this one, we'll be talking about how men and why men need to be a lot more selective and sacred. Or sacred and selective, however you want to order it, you know. And when I say that, I mean in the form of dealing with women, having sexual encounters, things of the sort. And I mean, of course, I would say women can also be more sacred and selective as well. But I'm not really big on trying to tell a woman how she should be, because I'm not a woman, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I feel like naturally they're more selective than we are because they have a lot more options. So this video isn't really directed towards women. It's just not what I really wanted to talk about necessarily. I'm more so just speaking to the men right now. If you are a woman watching this, feel free to also watch if you get some type of value out the video. I have nothing against that either. But as men, I feel like the dynamic between men and women is like this. Men have to go out and hunt for the woman that they want in most cases, because sometimes women do the hunt too. But in most cases, men are the ones going out and hunting for the woman that they want, while women are selectively choosing which hunter they want to actually be hunted by. And I feel like that's the dynamic that it's always been, just naturally. That's just how men think versus how women think. Men are always going to try to go after what they want. So a lot of times when men go out to hunt, like anything in life that you want to do, you're going to get a lot more no's than yeses. So a lot of times we get told no. A lot of times we catch attitudes, and, you know, women get approached a lot. So sometimes you might catch the bad end of that, where they go off on you in front of everybody, or they just give you the cold shoulder, or they act like they don't want to talk to you. They treat you like less than a person. You know what I'm saying? They just treat you like everybody else. Like, and it discourages you as a man. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you do get a chance to have any type of encounter with a woman, you already ready to do everything. Like, let's just say if a woman just so happened to throw herself at you, you automatically gonna let her do it. You're gonna take her in with 4 arms. You're gonna take her back to the house, take her back to your spot. Y'all gonna do the thing. Y'all gonna do the thing, and that's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And you'll do this with a million women. You'll do this with a whole bunch of women, especially as men. The way we wired is, a lot of times we think with our, you know what, you feel me? A lot of times we think with our, you know what. So we gonna do what we want to do, because our hormones, that's just what we want to do. We wired to do that. We wired to want to be with multiple women. Our body, our genetics and everything is meant to spread our seed. It's meant to produce. You know what I mean? Like, a man, he can go mess around with 30 women and get them pregnant in the same day. Maybe not the same day. That's a lot. You might run out of too much in there. You feel? You might run out of too much, you know what I'm saying, energy. I'm trying not to get too explicit, but y'all get what I'm saying. But a man, let's take it down a notch. A man can go out and have, you know, intimate encounters with 5 different women and have 5 different women pregnant in the same day. A woman can only get pregnant one time, and she has to wait 9 months in order to do that again. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, we just need to be more sacred and selective, because in a lot of cases, we out here trying to mess with so many women. We out here just letting all these women come into our lives, and we just willing to do anything with them just because we feel like as men we've been programmed. And I feel like as men we've been programmed to want to have a whole bunch of women and have sex with all these different women and have menages, and we got this idea in our head that we want to have all these threesomes, and we want to go out in public and just mess with whoever is looking at us or look pretty to us. And we're not really focusing on their energy. We're not really focusing on their personality. We're not really focusing on their character, what we see in them. Nothing like that. We're going strictly off physical elements. We're going off physical, just physical things in general. We're not really looking at the person. And that's how we find ourselves in a lot of bad situations, man. We wasting a lot of our energy, and we're not even realizing that the energy within us, the kundalini energy within us, that's supposed to raise up to our crown chakra. And I'm not trying to get too deep on y'all, but the energy within us, we're supposed to let that build up. We're not supposed to just be releasing our energy to anybody. And I definitely believe in soul ties. We're not supposed to be mixing energy with everybody. We're not supposed to be just giving our energy to anybody. We're supposed to let it build up within us so we can use our energy to flourish in life. The more energy you got built up inside of you, the more motivation you'll have to go out and to actually put it into life. Because, you know, once you haven't done it for a long time, you know what I mean, you build urges. You want to do certain things, but you have to transform those urges into things of productivity. You might get an urge to want to go do something with a woman, but if you could change that urge into going and working out, change that urge into going and reading and educating yourself on a certain subject. Change that urge into starting that business you've been talking about for the last 2 years. You got to be able to transform that urge into something productive that can actually help you in your life. And the more you do that, you'll be a lot more happier than just giving away your energy for that night, giving away your energy for that moment. You know what I mean? Being impulsive, letting something take over your mind, putting you in compromising situations. Because dealing with women that you don't know on a day in and day out, something's bound to happen. Whether you end up dealing with a boyfriend that you didn't know about, that she been lying to you about, you dealing with an ex that came around acting crazy, you end up getting a woman pregnant, God forbid, you end up catching something, God forbid. You know, it's just a lot of things you can go through as a man when you're not sacred and selective with your energy, man. And we need to start being better representations of what a man should be for the kids coming up, because it's not too many good influences for our children right now, as far as the youth go. And I feel like we need to be more role models for them, because nobody else is trying to do it. Nobody else is trying to help them. What's being promoted to our kids now is over-sexualization. The idea that money is more important than love. The idea that people are meant to just use each other for benefit and for gain. The idea that men and women are meant to go against each other rather than work together. These are all different elements and ideas that's being promoted to our kids right now. And I feel like nobody's protecting them. And I feel like as men, we're meant to lead. We're meant to lead the generations to come. And if nobody's out here trying to show the kids a better way and show them a better way to look at life and to live and to work on themselves, how can we expect the world to get any better? All we do is complain, but nobody's trying to change anything. And change is something don't always mean going after the government. Changing everything don't always mean violence and going out and protesting and fighting for different laws and begging people to change laws for us and change the way they treat us. Change could be going out and changing the way you treat yourself, changing the way that you look at the people around you, changing the way that you look at women and just all these different things. Because at the end of the day, we all we got, man. We don't have a whole bunch of people just trying to fight for us and change things for us. We have to do that for ourselves, man. We got to really start looking at things the way we're supposed to be looking at them. And a big step for men, I feel like, is to just start holding in more of your energy, man. Being more selective with the people that you let into your life. And that includes women. I don't care how good she look. I don't care how bad she is. I don't care how big her booty is. I don't care how thick her hips is and her thighs. And I understand women are beautiful, man. They are very tempting. But at the end of the day, you sitting around chasing a woman can't help you or your family. It's not going to better you or your family, and it's not going to change nobody's situation for the better when all you're doing is focusing on a woman that's doing nothing but depleting your energy, your time, your money, your brain capacity, everything. And like I said, it can come with certain side effects. I've had certain situations where I have had my tires slashed, things poured into my gas tank. I had to fear for my life. I was sleeping with firearms at one point just to protect myself. Like all these different things I've had to deal with, dealing with multiple women, just too many women. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing with whoever would want to come around, I would just let them around me, not even really peeping their energy, seeing the signs, and thinking to myself, is this person really worth it? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I ain't gonna lie, there's been certain women they had, you know, like good sex and stuff like that, and I've let them in my life just strictly for that, and I've kept them in my life strictly for that reason, not really wanting them in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I'm brainwashing myself into believing I really like them, knowing deep down inside if they left tomorrow, I wouldn't be hurt. My heart wouldn't be broken. All I would miss is the sex. You feel me? Like, and I had to get to a point where I had to stop doing that, because when I was thinking like that, like I said, I just went through a lot of things, mentally, emotionally, and financially for sure. So I don't want anybody else to go through that, and I feel like we need to teach our kids better, man, because they'll be subject to go through the same things if we don't show them. So that was the main thing I wanted to say about in this video. Just be more careful with who you let in your life. Be more careful with who you allow to swap energy with you, and stop looking at everything from the perspective of social media, because social media will really rot your brain. Will really have you thinking in ways you shouldn't be thinking, or really have you thinking that you have to be a certain person just because that's what look cool and that's the person that they promote having the money. And you can still be successful being a righteous man or being a morally responsible man. You feel me? And I feel like that's just something that hasn't been promoted a lot in our culture, and I really wish that we would do a lot more of it, man. So anybody watching me right now, I appreciate y'all. If you have any other topics y'all want me to talk about, you can comment down below, and let me know anything y'all want to talk about. I appreciate everybody that's been on their own journey, on their own path, and really staying focused. I appreciate everybody who's been trying to spread a positive message and has been listening to positive messages and raising their energy. I appreciate y'all a lot, and I thank y'all a lot. And also, before I get off here, I also want to say I made this video not to sound perfect, because I have my own issues as well with this. I'm not a perfect person. Like, I definitely am still struggling with this myself. I still like to deal with women. I love women. They're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I still get led astray sometimes. I fall into temptation sometimes. I'm not speaking on this as if I have it all figured out, or I'm not speaking about this like I have it all figured out, or I have conquered my temptation, because that's not what I'm saying. I still have my moments, but at the same time, I will say this: I'm trying. I'm definitely trying, and I've made real progress. You know what I mean? I've definitely changed my motivation. I've changed the things that I look at as important in my life. I've changed my priorities, and I'm doing better. So I feel like I have the right energy to come on and talk to you all from a place of motivation, because I have motivated myself to change for the better. That doesn't mean I'm perfect, but I have changed for the better. So I just wanted to throw that out there, because I don't want nobody looking at me like I got it all figured out. I don't. You know what I'm saying? At all. I'm not perfect at all by any means. I still have my ways. I'm just trying out here, you know what I'm saying, like everybody else. But I feel like the best thing I could do is at least give motivation to try with me, you feel me? So I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I'm out.